He's going to tempt you with something that's bad for you, something that's going to cause your spiritual health to decline, even your physical health to decline. Now, let me put it in perspective like this. Desserts, they're not a sin in itself, especially when you eat them in the correct setting or in the right way, because God Himself, He created sweets, right? He created sweets. Now, God didn't create stuff to be unhealthy, for us, but He created sweets. And what we have today is an offshoot from that. And eating that, it's not a sin unless you're doing it past the level of grace that God has given. If you have, some ice cream, let's say, after a meal and, you eat it, correctly, you don't overindulge, that's not a sin versus sitting around all day just eating ice cream, all day, all week, just doing it back to back to back to back to back to back to back, right? Whenever, hear me on this, the enemy wants to tempt you, many times he's going to tempt you with something that's not good for you to get you to fall into lust or overindulgence, right? And this could happen through food. This could happen through money. This could happen through cars, material. This could happen through men. This could happen through women. This could happen through various things that the enemy sees that he can use against you. Now, for example, sex inside of marriage, it's not a sin. In fact, when you get married, do it all the time. As long as your spouse, you guys, both agree on it, do it all the time. First Corinthians chapter 7 tells us this, right? It tells us that the husband's body belongs to the wife's body belongs to the husband. So sex is not a sin when you do it in the correct setting. Nevertheless, whenever you're tempted outside of marriage and having sex with other people outside of marriage, or you're simply not married and you engage in it, that's the sin. Okay? Dessert is good when it's eaten in its place, but when it's eaten outside of its place, that's when it becomes a sin. So understand these things. Money itself, it makes a great servant, but a horrible master. All right? You have to understand these things. You cannot serve money and serve God. You will love one and you would hate the other. Okay? Money's amazing to have because you could get things done, but it shouldn't be your master. All right? So keep all these things in mind. If you like Bible content like this, you can follow for more. This month, doing a 3-day class on spiritual warfare, deliverance, origin of demons, key signs a demon is entering in, and more. Click the link in my story or bio to sign up, and it'll be emailed to you the final 3 days of the month. It's